What's up, YouTube? I'm Robert. This is the Biker Channel. Today is a shuttle day, and we're about to have some fun. The plan was simple. Head out to Auburn SRA and get a few laps in without pedaling. Since it was a weekend and these are multi-use trails, there was a metric shitload of people out hiking. And because of that, we decided to do our first run down Culvert and Confluence. This run's about 4 miles long, has a short 200-ish foot climb, and gives up about 1,100 feet of descent. Not too shabby. Of course, every shuttle day starts with a climb. Shuttle to the bottom. What a concept. Yeah, this is how you start a shuttle day on a f***ing climb. The Culvert Trail has great flow to it. However, after the fires earlier this year, the trail isn't quite what it used to be. Hopefully with some trail work this winter, we can get it back to what it once was. With that being said, it's still a blast, and every time you go through the culvert, it's still exciting with a little sketch factor. Little booter. Woo! Let's go, Culvert. Whoop, 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 whoop! Good little Strava line here. At the beginning of any shuttle day, I always have this perfect scenario of laps on laps on laps. However, as I came around the next corner and I saw my buddy standing next to his bike. You all right? Got a flat. Oh shit. I was quickly reminded of mountain bikers' biggest nemesis, mechanicals. Thankfully, it was just a flat, and my buddy has a stockpile of stand starts. I personally don't own the stand start system, but every single time I've seen my buddy or anybody else try to use it, I feel like they just got ripped off. In my opinion, the tried and true bacon strips are the way to go. Apparently, today was yet another reason why I won't buy the darts. Oh, that's the one that we just did? And that didn't work for shit? No. No, garbage. Didn't work at all. While my buddy was taking the coast of shame on the road back to the trucks, we moved on to the next trail. The Confluence Trail goes between being a fast fire road to some quick single track with scattered rock sections to keep it interesting. The sightlines are good, however, when you're coming at a hiker at Mock Jesus, sometimes they get a little bit sketched out and don't make the right decisions, so keep that in mind when you're pinning it. I've been trying to get faster at this trail, and typically my friends and I are on the top of the Strava list. However, I'm always looking for ways to cut a little time off here and there. Hitting this rock roll seems to carry your speed a little better, and it's been one of the adjustments I've made. There's also a small gap I just haven't been able to talk myself into. It seems like every time I come around the corner, I see it, I'm in my zone, and I just don't want to take the chance. Today, I wasn't going to do that. With a little GoPro courage, I pointed right at it and failed miserably. Whoa! Woo! Yeah. I guess that wasn't the right way to hit it. Let's see that from another angle. Shit, you all right, man? Yeah. Whew.
Guess that wasn't the right way.
This is on video.
Yeah, right.
Despite taking a massive digger, I brushed myself off and kept pedaling. And somehow, I even managed to stay on Strava's top 10 for the day. You gotta take these things with stride. I've come to notice that voice inside of my head telling me I can't do stuff usually pictures way worse outcomes. If I could only tell myself that I'd be able to bounce right back up and keep going, I'd be a lot less scared to try new things. And maybe, next time, I can work on that. Until then, let's just rip the rest of this trail and have a great day.
4 or 5 back. Hiker. Oh, excuse me.
Do the best that you can to share the trail with others. A PR run isn't worth taking out someone's dog, or a lady with a baby, or in this case, an entire family that, oddly enough, decided to stand on the cliffside of the trail to let me pass. No matter what, at the end of the day, we're all out on these trails to have a good time, so don't ruin it for somebody else. Speaking of, if you're parking behind a pickup with a tailgate pad on it, maybe a little extra room would be warranted. A little bit of the shuttle action.
Shuttles.
There's our famous driver, tire ruiner extraordinaire. We got a bunch of gay guys in the back.
Cuddling up, cuddling up.
Hey, you guys! Baby Ruth! After all that, we're finally getting to our second lap of the day. This time, we'll do Culvert again, but dip into the OHV park for the rest of the day. There's 2 reasons for that decision. 1, the OHV park next to never has any hikers in it. And 2, more importantly, the trails are just more challenging and fun in there. Between Culvert, Stonewall, and Rocky, we'll go about 4 miles. Climb a little over 500 feet, and descend just about 1,500.
All the axis.
Stonewall is a staple of the OHV park. It's got great flow, fun little booters, chunky sections, flat out speed,
Woo!
surprise climbs to keep you honest, and of course some hairpin corners to separate the men from the boys when looking at your times. I will say I'm not phenomenal at cornering, and this trail is definitely one I like doing, because it makes me push myself hard, but not take me to a place where I feel out of control. Right about now, things were going good, but the mechanical ferry was about to show back up and drop a bomb.
Nice.
Our buddy Johnny Rocket, he was hot on Brandon's tail, and well, he got a better shot of the mayhem.
Whoa! Oh shit, dude.
Hold up.
Yep, Brandon's derailleur was laying on the ground. And yes, that's the same Brandon from Sedona.
That fucking sucks, dude.
I'm starting to see a pattern here.
No chain run for Brandon.
After a MacGyver session, he was running chainless and blew by all of us, laughing like a schoolgirl. Have you ever ridden without a chain? It's really hard because you don't have that tension to keep your feet in place. Let's just say Rocky is named very well, and it isn't one I'd choose to run chainless.
Oh shit, and he's down. You all right?
Dude, it feels so fucking weird with no chain.
I bet.
That was the aftermath of a colossal OTB. Unfortunately, the camera missed that one.
Ah! Whoa! My foot's like barely hanging on.
Now we find ourselves at the bottom of the OHV park. We've been littered with mechanicals, a few of us bounced our souls off the ground, and one buddy is out for the day. This is when most people start seeing the signs. Apparently, my crew, we ride blind. Although the track in the OHV park is teeming with moto guys, the trails are pretty much just mountain bikers. So we jumped in the shuttle truck and we made our way up to Grizzly. Alright, so the stats for Grizzly and River Bar. It's about 4 miles long, a little over 400 feet of climbing, and almost 1,400 feet of descending. Unfortunately, my camera angle got jacked and I got some great footage of the trail right below my feet. However, my buddy Johnny Rocket got some great shots, so we'll follow him down the hill. Grizzly is one of the more challenging trails in the OHV park. I think the chunk on Rocky is a little harder to navigate. However, Grizzly has some serious speed, lots of erosion, plenty of chunky sections, and a handful of hairpin corners that'll catch you off guard and speed your bottom. Although Johnny is known for his epic crashes, he's a great rider and his crashes are typically because he's pushing the envelope as far as he can.
Woo!
I know if I'm following him, there's a good chance we're going to be taking some janky lines, so enjoy.
Holy shit, these hairpins are crazy. Holy. Woo!
Typically, before starting this trail, I usually tell people to stay on the right side of the trail, and most of the time, that's accurate. However, there are a few little spots as you come along that you're not going to want to be on the right side.
Oh my god.
So the best thing I can tell you is have fun, don't get hurt.
Holy shit.
After a short climb out of Grizzly, you start descending River Bar. It's just a fast fire road that takes you back to the OHV parking from several trails in the park. For a fire road, it's actually pretty fun because it has these huge water bars that are super fun to boost off of. It's definitely not anything challenging, but for whatever reason, it's a good time that'll put a grin on your face.
I don't have the legs to beat Johnny.
For a traverse trail that takes you back to the parking lot, this is probably one of the better ones. And oddly enough, I always look forward to going down it. As we turn the last corner of the parking lot, some of the guys needed to call it a day. There's one problem though. You can't have a shuttle day in Auburn without hitting Eastside. Hey, do me a favor. As we drive back up the hill, hit the subscribe button and the bell if you want to see more content like this. And of course, smack that like button as well. Alright, back to the trail. The Eastside and River Bar run is clocking in at 2 miles down. It has a hair over 100 feet of climbing and an incredibly fast 1,000 feet down. Eastside is essentially a rocket ship to the bottom. It's steep enough for your speed to get away from you, with some erosion that'll keep you on your toes. There's also a short little punchy climb about a third of the way down, just to remind you have to pay to play.
All out of breath.
I'm gonna do a little PSA here. If you're like me and you get poison oak pretty easily, some of those plants hanging over, that's poison oak. So be warned. There's not really much chunk on the trail, but there is a small rock garden that you have to make your way through that will catch some people by surprise. Right after you smash through the rock garden, the trail takes off again, but be aware, there's still a hairpin or two. Even though the trail's short and fast, the plus side is you still get to descend River Bar again, which, like I said earlier, is always a good time.
Whew.
With my brakes toasted and the day wrapping up, I look back at everything that transpired, and I think to myself, there was quite a bit of carnage.
You all right?
Flat.
Oh shit.
It's always a bummer when you have to replace a $90 tire, a derailleur hanger, or in my case, a broken rotor that you only had 2 rides on. Just about every one of us took a digger, and I'm pretty sure mine, it registered on the Richter scale. Factor in the ridiculous cost of gas, and it was a pretty expensive day. It makes you wonder, why do we do this? The answer's simple, because it's fun. Don't forget that. We do this for fun. It's totally up to you how you look back on the day. And in my eyes, the friends, the laughs, the adventure of riding, it's priceless. So do yourself a favor and remember,
It only takes a bike to be a biker. Get out and be one.